So don't think when we talk farmer, we talk white person. So you want to kill a farmer? Start with me. You want to kill a farmer? Start with me. I've got more cows than you. And more cows than many whites. So don't think when we talk farmer, we talk white person. So you want to kill a farmer? Start with me. The EFF will have to start with me. I'm a farmer myself. And therefore, why would I want to kill myself?
All right.
Why would I want to commit suicide? So I'm saying this because Prof said to me, give us something that when we leave here we'll say to our people. But we heard him. I'm saying, yeah, the white farmers have a place here. They are not going anywhere. That's why Trump called them and they were like, where? Assisi. We are fine. Because they know they are fine here. Who wouldn't want to go to America if you are struggling and you are being called by a president of America to come? Those who left, they are on their way back. Because it has been proven that it's a lie. It's a complete lie. So the fact that they are white people who go around saying we want to chase away whites is not true. We want to kill farmers is not true. If I'm going to kill whites, I will have to start with the friends of my kids. And I will have to confront my kids because they're going to say to me, Dad, why do you kill so and so? Why? Because we've become one thing. The fact that you invaded our land, you have been here for so long, that we have been into each other's skin so much that we cannot live without each other. So why would you wish away your relatives? Because to be racism is to be xenophobic. The Lesotho people are not Lesotho people. They are my relatives. They are my relatives. There's no one in the Pedi culture who will not trace themselves back to Lesotho. If you go to Botlokwa Mantata in Limpopo, those Botlokwa, their real name is Mantatis. It's not Mantata. Because Mantatis, when she left Lesotho, she went to settle in Botlokwa. And she changed the surname, not changed it, just twist it around so that she can be accommodated in the area of Bapedi. And then that's why those Mantata people are called Batlokwa Mantatis. So when you say the Lesotho people must be killed, you mean my relatives from Botlokwa must be killed. You mean the colleagues we work with who are white, their children, and the comrades in the EFF, Carl Niehaus, must be killed. And I was saying to the EFF leadership that the problem with the EFF is that we have not gone all out there to recruit white people, progressive white people, to demonstrate to them that we have nothing against white people. It's just that we are calling out a system that privileged them and they're individualizing it because they want to perpetuate the privilege, and we're not going to allow that.
All right.
If being means hated by those who want to perpetuate white privilege and white supremacists, then let them do that.
All right. Mike, retort.
So then why don't you stop singing the song?
Because I'm continuing with the struggle that was handed over to me by Nelson.
But you seem to have won that struggle.
No, we didn't win it. That struggle is the land. That struggle is the means of production. That struggle is that the economic power must be shared amongst those who are here in South Africa working for this economy to be what it is. So we have not won because the struggle was about transfer of political power, economic power, and social power. So, even with social relations, you are still superior than us. Economic relations, you are still superior than us. Therefore, the struggle has not been won.
So until such time as you deem the struggle to be over, you're okay with singing a song that is not universally popular?
No, you want us to stop singing the song so that you can continue to depoliticize our youth Because you know, with a depoliticized youth, you will reverse the gains of 1994 and create that impression you want to create to me that it seems you have won the struggle. When you know very well, we have not won the struggle. There's Nelson, when he handed over power, he said to us, the struggle is not over. A luta continua. That's what Nelson Mandela said from his mouth.
So this is like a race without a finish line.
No, there will be a finish line. If you hope he's not going to finish, wait for the EFF to come into power, we'll finish it. And you will still be here, my friend, and you'll be saying, oh, I never thought it would work like that, like you said after 1994.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Let's go to the next one, Tumi.
Good
Yes, sir.
afternoon. My name is Lee Dupree. I am from a company called BE Innovation. We're a triple BE consulting and advisory firm. And my question for you, Mr. Malema, segues very nicely from your response. And it's that we don't hear you speak very frequently about the existing transformation policies like triple BE and employment equity. So I'd like to know, what is your party's position on those? And should it ever happen that you became the governing party in the country, would you scrap the existing transformation legislation? Would you amend it? Or would you keep it as is, bearing in mind your position on radical economic transformation? Thank you.
Well, our policy is very clear. We support triple BE. We don't support the way it was implemented because it was benefiting ANC beneficiaries only. That your company will have to surrender some portion to ANC-connected cabals. That we don't agree with. Our triple BE is going to start with workers. That's why I said to you, workers are your shareholders. That's how we must broaden it. We must make sure the workers benefit from every firm they work for, because they are the ones who are sweating. They are the ones who are selling their labor in those firms. We will not scrap triple BEE. That's why we are in court. Everywhere where triple BEE is being challenged, we are there to defend it. We are in court to defend Expropriation of Land Act, which is not even as radical as the policy of the EFF, because it doesn't say without compensation. It just says expropriation. That is something else. You know, they've met us some halfway. So we may not agree entirely with how they want to approach it, but the fact that they give some power to government to expropriate with some compensation or something like that, that's fine. As long as we can expropriate, then we can talk about the other things. We have achieved the first part. The second part is waiting for the EFF to govern so that we can expropriate clearly without compensation in the public interest and for public use. So that's where we stand. We will not scrap it. We'll give it a radical version of it and make sure it is implemented. No white firm is going to leave. Capitalism doesn't run away where it thinks it's going to make money. They're just going to look at your policy and say, how do we maneuver this to make money within the same laws? What capitalism doesn't like is policy uncertainty. That we're going to wake up tomorrow, we don't know what's going to happen. As long as they know the policy, they want to work, how are we going to navigate profit within the same laws? So